Welcome to Guru Trader video for Wednesday, March the 10th, 2010. Here's the symbols we're looking at today. On the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture, V.EAG 35 cents. On the Toronto Stock Exchange, LUN 5.15. Also BTO $1.39. CMK 77 cents. And on the AMEX, NG 691. AEN $1.13. And on the New York Stock Exchange, FBN 702. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. Alright, here's the stocks we're looking in today. V.EAG on the Venture Exchange, 36.5 cents, up 22 cents, 151%, 17 million shares traded out of a total of 55 million shares, still a $20 million market cap. Here's the stock that recently was at 15 cents for the last few months. Boom. Well, this is 30 cents, yeah, up to 36 cents, so it's way up here now. Looking at the one-year chart, gives you an idea. It's been a nice gradual increase in the stock. Trades in the Canadian exchange, like I said. Anyway, looking at the news, I think this is why I got to look at this release. I haven't checked it out yet. Eagle Hill extends Windfall Lake gold zone with initial drilling returning 19.6 grams, cut 3.51 grams gold over 33 meters. That looks like a good hole. So I don't know anything about the drill program, where they're focused, how much news they have coming out. You might want to get a feel for all of that information. But it looks like a play that's developing, and if there's a good flow of news expected. So they're obviously involved with the PDAC that's going on right now. New assay results continue to increase grade and width of gold mineralized zones and windfalls. So this is a drilling results related play you might want to look into. Windfall Lake property in Quebec. So that seems they're focused in Quebec. Okay, next stock we're going to look at Lundin Mining, LUN on the Toronto Stock Exchange, 5.15 at 43 cents. Percentage gainer up 9.1%. Volume leader, volume active 15.6 million shares. Keep in mind there's 579 million shares outstanding in this company. It's a mid tier. It's not a junior exploration. They have some exploration and production. $3 billion company. They actually are earning money. It says here, PE ratio 34. I've been following this one for a while. It's not a lower price stock, so we don't mention it that often. But like a lot of company junior mid-tier miners right now, they're all everything's moving up with the price of gold, and there's the one-year chart, so it has followed. We're mentioning it today mainly because it has made a new high. The 52-week high of 518 was last made on January the 11th, so today it traded as high as 524, and that's about it. There's lots of industry coverage, analyst recommendations, or analysts that are following the company. The fourth quarter results, they're exhibiting at the PDAC. Lundin reports 2009 reserve and resource estimate. That's all news worth looking into. Plus, go under our financials tab, and you'll see their cash flow statement, their income statement, and their balance sheet. Let's take a quick look at that, so you can check that going back a few years if you want to do your research. Look at the insiders tab to see what the insiders are doing, analyst recommendations, earnings estimates, and if you want to look at historical pricing, you can go on the historicals tab. And I'm not sure if Lundin is optionable. I doubt it, but if they are, then you can check their option chains under this tab. Okay, next stock, BTO, B2 Gold, $1.39 at 4 cents, 4.6 million shares, 308 million shares outstanding, 428 million market cap. Also trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Nice one-year chart. Anyway, this is just more of an update. Their Barosi gold, copper, silver project. Check into that. Check into their other properties. I think they're down in Nicaragua. Yep, Barosi mine, Nicaragua. We're mentioning them. We first mentioned BTO back on November 4th at 86 cents. So it's $1.39. So we're just following up on that, as it hasn't made a new high yet, but looks like it's ready to. Well, here's the thing. Some might say this is a double top or a triple top. It really needs to get through that 145 and especially that 150. Which it made back in January the 11th, and if it's going to make another leg higher, you don't want to see that thing bouncing off that 150 and then pulling back. But anyway, it looks okay to me, and we'll see from there. Anyway, that's it. On CMK Cline Mining Corporation, 77 cents, up 17 cents, 28%. So it was a percentage gainer. 1.39 million. It was barely on the volume actives list. 98 million shares outstanding, $75 million market cap, also trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange. 1 year chart's probably better. No, it's not much going on there. The 3 month looks a little bit better, and the 1 month chart, it really seems to have held this baseline for quite a while, and now they're getting ready to move it. There were some financings done at around, I think, 30 cents. 6.9 million in debt and equity financings, and new Elk coal mine update. So I expect this is a coal-related play. There's a NI 43101 gold report. Okay, so maybe they have some gold as well. So there's some stuff to look into on that company, Cline Mining. NG, NovaGold Resources, followed that one for a long time. They've got some good properties, I believe, up in BC, Alaska, and Yukon, somewhere in the Northwest Territories. They're a producer, various properties. Just mentioning them, there's the 1 year chart. It's similar to other mid-tier producers and explorers. Anyway, it's a $1.3 billion company. There's 188 million shares outstanding. Trades on the AMEX, also trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I think also under the symbols NG. AMEX seems to be more active, 4.7 million there, and probably I think just over 1 million traded on the Toronto. Anyway, they just completed financings, 100 million, 75 million. So look into those. Look into find out where their properties are, and do your due diligence on that one. It's not a bad looking chart. And now that it's breaking its new highs, it'll be interesting to see how far they can take it. This stock, I think, a few years ago was up in the $10-15 range, so it's sold off with everything else. Okay, Adeona Pharmaceuticals is a new stock, AEN on the AMEX, $1.13, up 12 cents. Big move on the percentage gainers. Traded over 1 million shares, 21 million shares outstanding, so it's not too many shares out. It's $24 million market cap. The 1 year chart on it is boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I think this is a relatively new company, hasn't been around that long. Mentions a multiple sclerosis clinical trial. Maybe that's something to keep your eye on. If there's so many metal stocks right now that we're following, I wanted to throw in some new names, and there's one that kind of popped up today. And lastly, Furniture Brands International, FBN 703, up 72 cents, 11%. A little over 1 million shares traded. Trades on the New York Stock Exchange. 48 million shares outstanding. $339 million company. And I've noticed there's fourth quarter results, year-end results. Talking about fourth quarter sales to be in a range of 280 to 290 million, with net debt of approximately 12 million. Sounds like a nice turnaround story. Stock was higher previously. 52-week low, 69 cents. And I don't know if they're making a move into Canada to head expansion of Canadian market. So anyway, there's a new name to look into. So do your research and trade safely, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower price stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at InvestorsGuru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.